Hello and welcome to the Shareability online class. In our P5 Science Self-Study lesson today, we shall be looking at temperature, which is defined as the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. And the standard units for measuring temperature are the degrees, and the instrument used to measure temperature is called the thermometer. We have various types of thermometers that are used to measure temperatures of different objects and places. We have the minimum thermometer, which is used to measure the lowest temperature of the day, and we have the maximum thermometer, which is used to measure the highest temperature of the day. To measure the temperature of the air walls, or the temperature of the room, or room temperature, we have what we call an air wall thermometer. An air wall thermometer is the one that is used to measure room temperature. The highest and lowest temperature of the day can be measured also by what we call a 60 thermometer, or sometimes called the minimum and maximum thermometer. The human body temperature is measured basically by a clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer can be found in places like clinics, hospitals, dispensaries, and even homes in a first aid kit or a first aid box. Common places on our bodies or common body parts where clinical thermometers can be placed to determine the body temperature are the armpits, in the anus, in the mouths, and under our tongues. So when you go to an hospital and then the doctor or nurse wants to determine the body temperature or your body temperature, they will have to put the thermometer, the clinical thermometer, in one of those places defined. We have the diagram of a clinical thermometer with a few parts, but however we shall be describing most parts in details. We have the stem, which protects the inside parts of a thermometer. We have what we call the kink, which prevents the backflow of mercury to the bulb before the actual temperature is taken. Remember, mercury is one of the liquids that is used in thermometers to determine the temperatures of objects, because it has a high level of expansion and contraction as regards temperature rise and temperature fall. We have the bore, which has a regular scale, and then the bulb, which stores the mercury when the thermometer is not in use. The liquids that are commonly used in thermometers include alcohol and mercury, as I said. In the diagram is an example of the 60s thermometer, or the minimum and maximum thermometer. It has two sides. One side is for measuring the maximum temperature, and then the other side is for the minimum temperature. Reasons why mercury is used in a thermometer or in various thermometers is because it is a good conductor of heat. It does not stick on the walls of the thermometer or the bore. Mercury can easily be seen in the glass, and then mercury also has a regular expansion. It expands uniformly in the glass. Water is not used in clinical thermometers. Why? Because water is not easily seen in glass, since it is colorless. Water is a bad conductor of heat, also is the reason as to why it is not used in a clinical thermometer. Water needs a lot of heat to expand. It does not expand easily according to the temperature rise. Water does not expand uniformly, water does not expand uniformly. Reasons as to why doctors shake clinical thermometers before using them on patients is to draw mercury back into the bulb so that it starts to expand afresh. Reasons why clinical thermometers are sterilized using surgical spirit. Boiling it will make the stem expand and at sometimes burst. The normal body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade or Celsius, or 98.6 or 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit on a Fahrenheit scale. How can we change from Celsius to Fahrenheit? Assuming you have a thermometer with a Celsius scale, but you want to convert the values to Fahrenheit. Assuming we have a thermometer reading 20 degrees Celsius and we want to convert the 20 degrees to Fahrenheit, we simply multiply the degrees, the 20 degrees, with 9 over 5 plus 32, as you see in the formula. So 9 over 5 times 20 our degrees, and then plus 32, which we get 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And then converting from Fahrenheit to Celsius, assuming we have 41 degrees Fahrenheit, but we want to convert them to degrees Celsius, we simply subtract 32 from the Fahrenheit degrees and then multiply with 5 over 9, getting 5 degrees Celsius for 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you. It has been a short video, but I hope you can rewind it, you can re-watch it and grasp the point, most especially changing from degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit and then changing from Fahrenheit to Celsius degrees. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit the subscribe button to keep the channel growing and to help us impact the young generation academically.